Imagine fighting a war alone for 29 years. Everyone tells you it's over, but you don't believe them. You hide in the jungle, waiting for orders that will never come. This isn't fiction. It's the true story of Hiroo Onoda, the Japanese soldier who refused to surrender even decades after World War II had ended. It was 1944. The war in the Pacific was nearing its end, but Japan was desperate. Lieutenant Onoda was sent to the Philippine island of Lubang with one order from his commander. You are to defend this island. You are not to surrender. You are not to die by your own hand. You will hold your position until the Imperial Army returns. That was the command, and Onoda took it literally. When Japan surrendered in 1945, leaflets were dropped from planes saying the war was over. But Onoda thought it was a trick, propaganda from the enemy. He vanished into the jungle with 3 other soldiers. They lived off stolen food-hunted cattle and hid in caves. Months became years. The other soldiers died or gave up, but Onoda stayed. He was convinced one day his commander would return. The world changed. New nations were born. Rockets flew to the moon. Color TV was invented, but in the dense jungle of Lubang, Onoda kept fighting. Every sound was an enemy. Every villager was a spy. He burned crops, raided farms, and occasionally exchanged gunfire, believing he was still defending the emperor's honor. To him, Japan had not surrendered. The war had not ended. His duty was eternal. A young Japanese traveler named Norio Suzuki ventured into the jungle claiming he was searching for Lieutenant Onoda, a panda, and the abominable snowman in that order. And unbelievably, he found it. But when Suzuki told Onoda the war had ended 29 years ago, Onoda refused to believe him. He said, "If the war is truly over, bring me my commander's orders in person." So Japan found his old commander, now an elderly man working in a bookstore, and sent him to the island. When Onoda saw him standing there in civilian clothes reading the order of surrender, his face froze. The world he had lived in for 3 decades vanished. Onoda finally returned to Japan at the age of 52, greeted by crowds, cameras, and a nation that had long since moved on. He said quietly, "I lost 30 years of my life, but I never lost my loyalty." So tell me, was Hiroo Onoda a hero or a prisoner of his own belief? Would you have done the same, or would you have surrendered and faced the truth? If stories like this fascinate you, real people, impossible choices, and the hidden corners of history, follow me for more incredible true stories the world should never forget. And drop a comment. Would you call him loyal or lost? As cameras flashed and voices raised in cheers, Onoda grappled with mixed emotions, the joy of returning home clashing with the sorrow of lost time. The crowd exuded excitement, yet behind the smiles lay a complex history woven into the fabric of Japan's post-war narrative. With every question posed by reporters, he faced the deeper inquiry of loyalty versus reality. What did it mean to stay true to a mission when the world had moved on? The contrast between the jubilant celebration around him and his own introspection painted a vivid picture of a man forever changed by